This past week, as a nation, we remembered the attacks of 9/11. Or maybe I should say, we barely remembered. Yes, they still had the reading of the names in lower Manhattan, but the crowds have dwindled, and the networks and the politicians seem to have lost interest in being there. But maybe the most disturbing thing is that many schools did nothing to remember the day. Most kids in college have no remembrance of September 11, 2001. The kids in high school weren't even born. I know we promised never to forget, but we seem to be losing the importance of the day. We seem to be becoming complacent once again, and it was complacency that allowed the attacks on 9/11 to happen, that allowed terrorists to board a plane at the last minute and get box cutters through security. Since that day, over 100 terrorist attacks have been thwarted by the excellent work of law enforcement and the intelligence community in this country. But one of the greatest weapons we have in fighting terrorism is our vigilance. It was passengers who stopped Richard Reed, the shoe bomber, from blowing up a flight from France to Miami in midair. It was two street vendors in New York City who noticed that smoke was coming from a van and stopped a bomb from going off in a crowded Times Square. Dozens of other plots have been uncovered because of tips from concerned citizens. But now, as complacency sets in, we grumble about security at airports and TSA, and the respect for law enforcement is at an all-time low. I remember in the days after 9/11 when the nation came together as one, and the flag was proudly displayed on lapels and on every city block. Now the flag has become a symbol of a nation divided. How quickly we forget that when we are divided, we become weak and susceptible to attack. That's why remembering 9/11 is more important now than ever. I know there have been calls for a national holiday, but that's the wrong word and the wrong sentiment. We should have a national day of remembrance. Most people don't even realize that September 11th was designated as Patriots' Day by a joint resolution in Congress in December of 2001. But that resolution really has no substance. Yes, flags are required to fly at half-staff at federal buildings because of the resolution, but driving around on that day, I didn't see many flags flying at half-staff, not even at federal buildings. Congress needs to come together once again and give real meaning to Patriot Day with special ceremonies and required school curriculum so we will truly never forget. We are a nation divided right now. 9/11 brought us together once before. Perhaps it could do it again. I'm Larry Menti. Talk to you again next week.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I thought I had it under control. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.